Are you struggling to get your Tibetan singing bowl to sing? I'm going to talk about 4 reasons why this might be happening and how to get it to work. Also, make sure you hang around to the end because I'm going to talk about a bonus tip that's pretty interesting. It's Lockie here from the Mahu. We help people overcome stress and anxiety with our straightforward approach to meditation without the spiritual fluff. So this is a very common issue when it comes to Tibetan singing bowls, especially when you're just starting out. And that's why I wanted to make this video, just to help you to better understand it and get that bowl singing. So the first reason of why your Tibetan singing bowl may not be singing is because it's got a hairline fracture or a crack in it. Now, of the 4 reasons, this will be the most unlikely, but it is possible. I've never had it myself, but it basically happens if it's dropped very hard or hit very hard, something like this, potentially causing the singing bowl to crack. Now, you can obviously go through and have a very close look at it. A hairline fracture is obviously very small, so it may be difficult to spot. Or you can either just put the bowl in the palm of your hand, keeping your hand nice and flat, and give it a tap. Now, if it lasts longer than 2 or 3 seconds, then it's highly unlikely that it's got a crack in it, because it wouldn't continue to sound if it had a crack in it. So I'd imagine, I've never actually used a bowl with a crack in it, but I'd imagine it sounds something like this. I'm just going to hold the sides and something like that. So there's a bit of a difference between having that continuous sound. Obviously always keeping the palm nice and flat. Reason number 2 is you may not be using the right striker for the right bowl. Now, if you're using a striker that's way too large, like this is a 4-inch bowl, and if you're using a very large striker or mallet, then it's going to be very difficult for the bowl to sing. And same goes if you've got quite a large bowl, like a 10-inch bowl, and you're using a small striker like this, you're also going to find it very difficult for it to sing, because you want a striker that creates the right amount of friction around the bowl to enable it to sing. Reason number 3 of why your bowl may not be singing is you're holding it incorrectly. Now, we will need to keep in mind that when we're playing the bowl, you do not want to be putting your hands on the sides at all. You want to be only holding the base of it, either in your fingertips, like so, in the palm of your hand, keeping your hand nice and flat and not cupping it. If you try and play the bowl when you're holding the sides, see its ability to sing. Now I will keep my palm nice and flat. So you always want to keep your hand nice and flat. So whether you're sitting it in the cushion, and maybe you've just got just your fingers just slightly touching the sides of the bowl, this is going to stop it from singing. So if you're using your cushion, keep your hand nice and flat. See the difference there? Reason number 4 of why your bowl may not be singing is the technique that you're using. Now, when you're playing your bowl, you want it to be a slight, ever so slight, full arm motion. So you're getting your whole arm involved, and what I see a lot of people where they go wrong is they're just flicking the wrist, and it's just really difficult, because basically when you're just flicking your wrist, the striker is on much more of an angle, and we really do want the striker to be reasonably parallel with the side of the bowl, like so. Doing a slight full arm motion. You can see there, moving the elbow as well as the wrist. It's not just a wrist flick. A little bit all over the place here, trying to demonstrate and make sure it's all in the camera. But The technique is the fourth reason why you can potentially not be getting that bowl to sing. So you want to keep in mind using correct technique, not just flicking your wrist, but using a slight full arm motion, getting the striker on the side of the bowl. So you're just running it around nice and evenly with even pressure, not too hard, but not too soft. And you want to find that sweet spot that really gets that bowl singing. Sometimes this takes a little bit of practice. Sometimes, people can pick it up straight away. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end. And as mentioned, I've got a little bonus tip for you. Now, this is believed by people that are a lot more spiritual than myself, but the belief is that you need to energetically connect with the bowl for it to sing with you. Now, whether this means meditating with it or just continuously trying to play it until it actually sings for you, or maybe you could sit down and have a nice conversation with your singing bowl and really get to know each other and connect that way. Whatever works for you, this is a common belief when it comes to singing bowls, so keep this in mind if your bowl is not singing for you. If you want to check out our range of incredibly beautiful Tibetan singing bowls, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Also, if you got any value from this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favourite type of singing bowl. I'm very interested to know. Until next time, it's Lockie. Take care.